That is so professional in front of Klaasje. What in the world? I love how Kim is so athletic, right? And he's doing like proper moves, and I'm just like a hot potato, like. That is so cool! Alright, that is a perfect start into the game, right? Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Yeah, we just got some information about Klaasje have been raped. That was the take from the Hardy Boys. Then we went to Klaasje and she said, "No, I wasn't. I had a love relationship or a sex relationship with that guy." And then we went to the Hardy Boys and they said, "No, we have proof on tape. Here's the tape. We bought a tape player. Listen to it. It sounds sketchy. Now we're back here. Let's see what she has to say about that."
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
A smile flits across her face.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
And you fell for that? What? So charming. It's like, "Ma'am, I'm gonna rape you. Soldier of the Apocalypse style." And she's like, "Oh, do it right here." What?
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Yes, the word whore was used. Kohoi was mentioned, yes.
He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Kohoi,
The young woman lights a new cigarette with the butt of her old one.
he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machoismo? What?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his,
She thinks.
what's the word I'm looking for?
Coping mechanism?
Running joke.
Oh.
I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that.
Lely. Now that's the first time that she mentions the name that we got from Joyce.
He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
And in death, too. Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil.
For the record, I'm nice. I'm not evil. We do this, only this. We never do this. No, this we don't do. We only do this. Only the good stuff. Yep. Just for the record.
Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Yeah, she talks about his name already and stuff.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
Then tears out a page and hands it to you.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Where's Lelystad? The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
Mm-hmm.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
Countryside. I like countryside.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind.
The Merc kind, okay.
He was by no means a stupid man.
Takes a long drag of the
A
cigarette.
people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself. As an Orangese yourself, didn't his lack of patriotism annoy you? You don't seem much like a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
She looks around, the wind in her hair. How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
Didn't I guess exactly that?
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
The lieutenant taps on his notebook once, as though assigning some kind of point.
Points aren't good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
What? Why did that take one of my health away? I did not know this was a competition, Kim.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
Yeah.
There is no challenge without competition. There must be an opponent.
Then the competition is against the world?
That's too conceptual for me. I just like to get autopsies correct on the first try if possible.
Makes
Where were
no doubt.
we?
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
Sheesh. She really sounds like she's in love, right?
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
That is an odd woman.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Interesting. I too have stroked his hair. I can't. Yeah, that's YOLO.
Oily, isn't it? We have that in common now.
She says, unfazed. She draws on her cigarette and lets the smoke linger for a moment in her mouth. I think with her it can be weird because she's weird too.
She understands what autopsies entail. It doesn't get her off balance.
Stroking the hair? Okay. Kim, I said to put the brilliantine on the form. Do I get a point?
No.
No, he answers dryly. God damn it! What does a dude have to do to get a point here? But I put it down there, pointed the red autopsy slip.
Okay, sure. Here you go. What else are we missing, officer?
I got a point. I got a point. Such a good detective. He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It was an Orionese map of the waterways?
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks? How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Because he was dirty?
Is this Oranese lit?
Is this Orionese lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself.
She leans even further back to demonstrate.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands.
Okay, I don't know that it's good that it turns you on, Klaasje, but if I see a man lying there in dirty sheets, I'm gonna be like, get up. I gotta wash these.
And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?"
She points at the air with her sharp-nailed finger, picking out an imaginary tattoo star.
And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths."
Yeah, very romantic.
And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me precisely what these mean? Hand her the photo.
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Semenine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story. Good story, thanks. Thanks for you for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Could it be love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
He told me love did him in. Okay, then no?
That's not funny, officer.
Sorry.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up.
Okay, there's where she draws a line. I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
All right.
The lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where's this going?
How old are you?
Oh.
That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am? Turn around, miss. How old do you think I am? I got this. I got my age. I think I am. I want to know what she thinks.
Huh. How old do I think you are?
Yeah.
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. 1, 2. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How old is a newborn cop who doesn't remember he's a cop?
I think I'm circa 35, 40, 45, 55. I think 45.
You're not.
Sure he is. You know, age is just a number.
Oof.
Yes, but for him that number is higher than 45.
Hey!
Wait, this requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth. It's gonna kill my health or my morale. I don't want to think about this anymore. It's still gonna hurt me, but I want to know.
To the laboratorium.
To the laboratorium. Thought gained. Date of birth generator. Alright. Which one do we want to discard, maybe? Or I unlock another one, but I don't have a skill point, do I? Can I unlock all of them? I didn't even have a skill point available, I think. Weird. Door Gunner Megamix. Talk to Titus about the Door Gunner Megamix. This is lots of back and forth with Titus and Klaasje today. No bully! How nasty. You could have said that a bit nicer, Kim. You didn't have to be like, no, you old fuck. Could be a bit more gentle about it. Ease me in. I don't really see how old I am because I'm wearing this thing. Also, I don't really feel very disco anymore, guys. Maybe we should change your clothes. Something. No, wait, where are the other glass? These are pretty cool. And then maybe this. Ooh, this is very disco. And, reaction speed, rhetoric. What's this? Logic, suggestion. Come on, this is so disco. Look at that. Super disco. Alright. We safe? This is what I studied Lord for. Obviously, I'm gonna quit someday with the smoking. I don't know.
It's you again. What is it?
So I talked to Klaasje about the tape.
And
nothing. She stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
He stares at his beer for 2 seconds intently. He turns to you.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Gold. It was just locker room talk. It's not evidence. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything and it didn't change her mind. Yeah, it was bad. Honestly, I expected it to have some effect. She pretty much laughed it off, Titus.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
It did not come as a surprise. It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing. Titus, she said she would like to be a little door gunner herself if she could. She seemed turned on.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
The lieutenant looks at you, then him.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Klaasje a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
She ain't the type.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
He slams his giant fist on the door frame.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Why not? I like saying things out loud. I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she's still in denial, you know, like a defense mechanism. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened? Wrap this up. I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along.
I ask for your opinion. Not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
This tape was the last chance for her to do what was planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us. Unlike you.
Fantastic. So now, you remember how to do your job.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
Oh, he wants more than just beer? I don't know if that is a good idea, sir.
Yeah, guys. We should get a party going tonight.
Oh, God.
Why?
Maybe not then.
He looks at the old man in the corner.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
I am super cop. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she's still in denial. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine. I guess you do know her then. Yeah, she's not a... I don't want to say that again. I don't want to embarrass poor Kim all the time. She's not some helpless girl.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
You didn't have to. You wanted to, out of jealousy. I was smelling that way off. The first time he was talking about that, I was like, there's something personal about that guy.
Yes, yes.
And
We
her.
heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Mm-hmm. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
He puts his giant face in his hand and sighs.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
He throws his beer can down.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah.
There's silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
You show him, Gart.
100 beers? Now we're talking.
Oh, Glenn.
Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
By the way, every time I see this picture, I'm thinking of Micah from Red Dead 2. And I'm like, oh god. Rhetoric. Convince Titus he is being manipulated. 58. Oh man.
Klaasje is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth.
So I don't understand
There are many
this.
ways to go about it. All of them really good.
So I make this dice roll. I failed. I still have these options to go through. I don't understand what the point is. Isn't this dice rolling telling me that no matter what I click here, I'm gonna fail? And I can... I need your gun again, oh my god. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding. Are failure options? Failing isn't always bad. No, these are options you only get when you fail. Aha, this is how it works. Okay, you guys are always telling me they're good and then there aren't. Okay, man, it's clear you're being played like a fiddle, playing an imaginary fiddle. I know what's going on here. I've been wrong too. I got this fucking dark shadow over my head. I'm gonna tell you a little story about Kim here. Kim, I'm gonna need your gun again. We're kinda funny. Okay, but the fiddle.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole.
Yes, you are.
No one's fiddling anyone in here.
Yeah.
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Who do you think? You playing the imaginary fiddle grinned sagely. 'Tis pity she's a whore. Wink. Perform a dramatic finale on the imaginary fiddle. The hunter becomes the hunter. What? You promised there would be good options. Where are they?
Oh, you want more good options? Here we go. So good.
So good. I mean, your sweet little plaything upstairs, more fiddle playing. Titus, pussy boy, dramatically put the fiddle down. You and I both know where this is going. Who do you think? Keep playing the imaginary fiddle grin sagely. Okay, so I got more here. Good lord, what is happening to me? Look up. Perform a dramatic finale. I mean, your sweet little plaything upstairs, more fiddle playing.
First he tries to kill himself, and now this? What next?
No. He's just playing his viola da gamba. Before becoming a detective, my partner was a violinist. Many of us were.
He's working really, really hard to spin this. It's not easy.
Yeah, you're doing good, Kim.
Time to move to more serious matters, like what really happened between you and the man you hanged.
Fuck that! Kick his ass, boss! This is a fiddle-free establishment!
You hear that? One more peep out of you and you're on the curb, fiddle man.
Alright.
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart. The concept was solid, but the delivery tragically off. You sounded like a madman, not a cop.
That is because you deliver shitty options, rhetoric. That's why. Okay, I'm gonna... What do I need? Rhetoric. Okay, I'm going to take off now. I'm gonna put one into rhetoric. Oh, this takes forever with Titus. What is this thought? What is this?
Some kind of superstar.
Ooh, I'm some kind of superstar?
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
I am the first. Hell yeah. Get the whole story from Titus. Convince Hardy Boys to tell you the whole story. Alright. Alright. What did I need? Rhetoric. Hardy Boy. Let's
It's
talk.
you again. What is it?
You are being played like a fiddle. Mention surreal play. Strange reaction to a bullet. Push Titus on the tape. Oof. Angus can't take pressure. Warned about the tribunal. Discussed 8th Hardy and confronted about drug trade.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter.
Okay, continue.
But you know someone who might.
One of the boys will. That's it then. Case closed. One of the boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle.
Muscle.
The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker.
In the pressure cooker he goes.
Just remember, it's about more than Klaasje. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
Hell yeah. We're gonna pressure cook him. That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim.
Huh?
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim and Martinez. They'll just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick. Because you're a foreigner. Because you work for the wrong people. Because they like killing. Because of some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the wild north.
He scratches in his notebook. They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember. They just hang you, shoot you, light you on fire. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
The fat man says with a wheeze, oh?
That's it. That's the weak
Yes!
one. You flushed him out.
Heck yeah.
Now go in for the...
For the kill.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Turn to Angus. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? Turn to Theo. What happened if I keep talking? You gonna kill me too? For nothing? Get Kim first? No, Angus. Angus!
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
I knew it. He takes a breath, wheezing.
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him.
Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Let's keep talking, Angus!
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
Oh!
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
He grabs his chest.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
That is so mean. Who are they trying to cover for? The 8th Hardy, the one with the odd soul. But who is she to them?
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back.
What just happened between these two?
Yeah.
You're in. He's all yours.
Questions! Yes, finally. I'm sorry I made you guys fight. Whisper, Kim, we did it. That would be so unprofessional. Kim, we did it! So you didn't kill him, he was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
'Cause the
Why?
girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
The girls.
Girls plural. There's another girl.
Sylvie?
2 of them.
Sylvie.
Take note of this.
Sylvie.
They'll probably say more about her later.
I think it's Sylvie. First off, she is run off. And second off, Klaasje said that she was cowering with Sylvie somewhere. I don't know if Klaasje and Sylvie are those 2 girls now. I don't know if Klaasje is at all related to that incident at all anymore, but maybe those 2.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Klaasje came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
In reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
The red-faced man snickers. Shut up, Shanky.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
He turns back to you. What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He scratches his chin.
He means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
I'm sorry I made you guys fight, Whisper. We did it. Who's Tibbs, the 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
If Klaasje didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people? Who are they?
They're powerful. connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Okay.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
From outside. So he was inside Klaasje's apartment in the top area where the bed is, and it came from either the balcony or something that is overlooking the balcony, so maybe a sniper? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klaasje. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
Would be a quite the incredible shot, right? It was through the mouth, in his skull. Like he must have been yawning or something.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Ah, shut up, Eugene. You had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Elio said the girls asked for your help. What was this other girl? Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8th Hardy?
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
The big guy steps forward, you.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know it's okay for her there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location? You're going to stonewall me if I ask more about her, aren't you? Understood.
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klaasje you want to talk to.
Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time. For the last time, really? Should I say this? Sorry, I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Alright, thank you for this.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
What?
Klaasje, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant slides his notebook into the coat pocket. He turns to leave. Okay. The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen. The plot thickens. Alright, ma'am, one more time.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing. Miss Orania Disco Dancer, let's go.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened. I don't know when I should be doing this, but they told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts her coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Thanks.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two, then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
The Hardy Boys are not the law, we are. That's not a good enough reason. Cool, I'm satisfied with this explanation. Yeah, that's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette. Is this lady doing anything else than smoking and drinking coffee? Jeez.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noonlight.
What lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old, old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the morale intern? What's the RCM's involvement with the morale intern got to do with this? Is she afraid of the morale intern, maybe?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
She lights a cigarette. What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook.
The job was LIZZ County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the LIZZ conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with LIZZ and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
So she's a spy, okay.
Laws cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo!
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
She smiles. I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. You're right, this is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Okay, so what happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
She points to the window. The silhouette of the bed is visible. Together in bed, okay. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
Thanks for the details.
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened? You don't have to continue if you don't want to. What happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There.
She points through the window.
He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her side.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Ouch. Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
She looks at it quickly, tosses the butt aside. I'm sorry this happened to you. Are you sure you're not making this up? Shake your head. That's a motherfucker. I'm sorry this happened to you, ma'am.
So am I.
She immediately proceeds to light another one. Oh my god, lady, do you want to kill yourself with cigarettes?
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
How did nobody hear the shot? Maybe they were using a silencer and only the glass shattering was heard?
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Was that intoxicated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little.
Were they facing the window when they were doing it and the shot came from outside and it hit him straight in the head? Because they never said anything about an exit wound, right? It was just the little hole in the top of his mouth, right? Pulled the bullet from inside his brain. So no exit. Yeah, so but that I get it from his mouth. So there must be no exit wound and he must have done like some, I don't know, some stuff like mouth wide open and stuff.
He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
She says as if it's self-evident. So Ruby is the actual leader and Titus is just the second in command. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Mm-hmm.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
Damn.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just... looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Okay.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Back to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Did you kill Leila? Why would I ask that? Could the people after you have killed him? Could the people after you? Ah, that's what... Okay, I had to read this twice to understand what it really means.
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
I mean, she's been standing on this rooftop for like 2 days or so, non-stop, smoking and drinking coffee. If they wanted to shoot her, they had so many opportunities by now. But maybe it did. It probably didn't. Either way, something to consider.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast. Okay.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe, but you're not. I don't think so. Why did you do it? I'm not going to disagree with you. So you would have us believe, but you're not. Why did you do it? Yeah.
You have to understand. The people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Kuno.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
When was the window changed? Point to it.
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
She takes a drag.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here?
Are we not?
Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Can I ask more about you for the record? I need to talk to you about room again. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force? I'm gonna fail this, but we can try it again.
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. most shocking details of the sexual kind.
Ooh.
We are a bulwark, unbreached. Get a hold of yourself just once, will you? Try to look past the sexually lax morals and do some police work.
Hey.
So you say, but give us one example of deceit. Just one example.
Just the proposition could be lurid explicateness, conceal something less sensational but more illegal. Got nothing, you're right, wise counsel. No, this is pretty good.
Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent? Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur.
Oof.
It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Both of them are locked. Let's return to this later. What's that?
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
Turn to Klaasje. Looks like love did him in after all. I don't want to offend her, and she's like, I'm always scared that characters are gonna be like, yep, I'm done talking to you. You're just a nut job. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Okay. We have a lot of things done here, and very little to do left. Like, woo. Who else has... Wait, what? Oh yeah, there's still a few things to do here, but it's not too much. Okay, so our job now here is to go back again to Titus. But we also can we really reconstruct the scenario here? Cannot, can we?
This window is pristine on the inside. Unlike the one, golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be a gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that fires jacketed ammunition, likely a rifle. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room, a closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Have a look at point B3.
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinaise perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinaise?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime,
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one.
Okay.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
My question is, if it was from the roof, from this balcony itself, how did the person get up and also right after get back down? There's no outer stairs, not that I could tell. A blink. Maybe this door?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Push.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know.
He makes a note in his notebook.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
And the weird door in my bathroom. Maybe these are connected? Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
See, this main investigation and the door below are merging into a stereo investigation. I could say something, but I'm not going to because I don't gloat.
I hate it when that happens.
Okay. Could I zoom further out? I mean, technically, maybe from this side and then climb over? Or climb up here this way somehow? Maybe from up here, technically, but the angle wouldn't be right. It must have been coming from somewhere, you know, like in this line of shot. Welcome to Revachol! Haha. Alright. I mean, I can try it, right? I can try it again.
The same small, heavy door.
Fail.
No lock in sight.
Oh god, I'm barging in again? Oh, ow, ow. I never learn.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
My poor foot.
All right, let's trash the place.
She likes it.
Let's not.
No. You are right. Let's not. Alrighty. That is a lot of information we got today so far. Phew. Yeah, this door, mate, this door. Let's see what my to-do list says. Determine where the shots came from. Okay. Ruby's location. Alright, this is what I wanted to do next.
It's you again. What is it?
I just can't seem to get enough of you today, Titus. I'm just, you know, Okay, I talked to Klaasje. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
He leans back and regards you with curiosity, because she's your real leader. I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lily's killer. I have seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone, and I've decided to pin this on her. I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone.
No.
And now you pick Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't.
Oof.
Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
He throws a glance at Titus. As the last syllable leaves his lips, the big guy sighs.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
Yeah, don't play dumb.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I don't want to be rude, and then continues to be incredibly rude.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it. Okay. The next places that were mentioned... Oh god, I'm clicking all the buttons. The next places that were mentioned, the B positions from where the shot could have come from, I think is all from the other side of the water, right? So technically, I have a really good excuse now to go over the waterlock. Look at the window behind Titus. Can I?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
A mysterious door scene. A bird flew by. Wing beats. You've been here for a long time. Really, you've been here for ages. Okay. 58% is pretty even. I don't know. We'll try.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
A bronze key?
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone hid a key in the bush. Point to the window.
Huh?
The big guy looks behind him. I need you guys to hand the key to me. Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing? Titus, can you hand the key to me, please? Can you just let me slide by, please?
I don't know about that.
The tattooed man
I'm
yawns.
comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
Oh my god.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table.
Thank you, Theo. That is so sweet. I actually thought he would be pocketing it now, and I would never get it.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Thank you, Theo.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
Prolonging a police investigation? I don't know.
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you, not to the old man. Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union Box window? Look at the key in your hand. I wonder what doors does it open. Thank you.
Off yourself. Make it up to me, cop. I still got my money on that.
Oops.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Does anyone know why this key was hanging there?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Look at the key in your hand. I wonder what doors does it open.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue
I was
door.
thinking of that too.
It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
I was thinking the exact same.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, let's go. Ooh, I love it when I can finally open doors that have been shut for me for so long.
You see a heavy steel door.
Oh, shut up.
It could be connected to the barred door upstairs.
Try the workshop spare key on the door.
The key fits the dimple lock.
Nice.
It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks.
Yeah, let's go.
Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages.
And now we come back to tomb raiding, guys. Let's go.
No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
I like that smell. Ooh, we going in. Woo! New areas. New area. Am I seeing this right? Am I seeing the... Ooh! Arcades or something? Like these plate table thing? A pinball says Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. A note, NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Well, duh. The pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in the morning. Oh, I got some money.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Point to the machine. Let's take a closer look. Pull out the machine. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you've played it?
A little.
Oh, I love you.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
The lieutenant sighs.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated.
Oh no.
Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
I can't afford to spend money on it. I'm too broke. I mean, I just got 5, but still. I don't want to risk it. Also, by the way, maybe I should go to talk to God. And oh, what's this? A thought.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
I'm gonna run my fingers over it because I'm so far away from them, it's not gonna work. Run your fingers across the dust of the white Diora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperaskit. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually.
That's what you think.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some ball? Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
The sarcasm.
He doesn't.
Coward? I'm not a coward. I don't want to. I'm an addict. I'm recovering. You know, I don't want to replace one addiction with another. I don't want to go from hardcore drugs and heavy alcohol over to pinball and lose all my money, and you know, this can escalate. What about the other one, the Franco-Nigerian ball? Want to play that?
No.
Let's move on then. Got?
Can I help you?
About the bill for
Got
tonight?
the 20 real.
There.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
I paid you 3 nights in a row now. I think we can chill finally. Goodbye. Explore the world in secret passages. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Alright, so now we did the business. Now we can go back to fun. And save, of course. Oh, thoughts! Thoughts! Thoughts have been popping up.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
No, I cannot. What do you mean?
Nothing, nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
I'm just browsing. It's my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world. Hey, I'm not some sort of a peeper.
Sure, friend. This is nothing sordid. Nothing inappropriate. You just have to do this. It's your duty.
It is my duty. Is it not? I gained a thought. What is my thought? The Jamrock Shuffle. Temporary research bonus. Display the call of confusing behavior research in times. Oof. Not now.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Great, I feel super safe.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long, long time ago.
That looks like it's a beer. A German beer, Königsteiner. It says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future? 88. That elevator was maintained a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
YOLO!
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
I wonder what it was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps on... He taps the on? What? He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Close the doors and go up. Wow! Wow! Oh, this is cool. Oh. Small window, taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Oh, pinball maker's coat! Hell yeah! Let's put that on straight away. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I look like I'm gonna either try to sell shady watches from my coat, or I'm gonna be like, Flash! Oh, the pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted, poor thing.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now.
RIP, pinball machine.
The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point. This used to be a pinball workshop.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rex was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that, yeah.
Ah, yes. As the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
Yeah, me too.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
It's the curse. Could this mean the whirling in rags really is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it.
No.
We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion.
We should tell him what we found. He looks around, yeah. Okay.
He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Yeah, true.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Counterspells. Finished thought. There's foot... Traces.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Is one of them oddly?
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the
I
workshop.
love how Kim and I are connecting.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, leading to the roof. The roof from where you can shoot our victim.
Mm-hmm.
This is significant.
It is.
These prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer. And if not, at least they're a good argument for this Ruby doing it, to present to Titus.
Let's have a closer look then. Crouch, study the footprints.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is.
This print doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found in the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Okay.
I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know? But it's not an argument for her either.
Not me. I've been running around with my green boots the entire time, for like days. This doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Custom made, but it's horizontal lines. It's not like the map of Reva Scholl under the racist lorry guy, right?
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. What's this? Oh, I have a thought. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Oh god, they were... Ew! Ew! Somebody was peeping.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens.
Ew.
Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into Klaasje's bedroom from here. Yeah.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here.
But...
The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What were those people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural.
Damn.
Sensationally unnatural.
Let's finish that thought. Can I open it from the inside?
This is the barred door you tried to kick in before.
No shit. I know that. Lightly punch the door once more just in case. So what's on the other side? Unbar the door. Oh, it's raining. Ooh, the doomed hostel. Question yet to be totally answered is whirling in Rex part of the doomed commercial area. Talk to Gart about this. See what he thinks. Okay, do I have anything to talk to Klaasje about? Hi, Mr. Wilson.
Officer, What brings you up here in the rain?
Nothing, sorry, ma'am. Oh god, yeah, you had to. Let's return to this later. Huh. Interesting. Hope I didn't miss anything in this area there. But somebody was observing them. You know, I don't know if I can rule out Titus just yet, because he is, I don't know, I feel like he is kind of, he had a thing for her, and he's maybe disappointed that he didn't, like, she was so into this Lili guy, but she also had a thing with him, but that didn't last that long, maybe? I don't know. Okay, let's talk to gods.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing in the whirling.
Another thing? Great. I love those.
Klaasje, in room number 3, she nicked the phone line.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
Really? You thought she's a good guest, doing drugs heavier than I do, and like having intercourse with pretty much every guest in the house. Okay.
He really doesn't like it being Klaasje.
Yeah, I bet you didn't want it to be her. Well, anyway, mystery solved. I don't like loose ends.
Yeah, neither do I. Thank you for telling me, I guess. Good thing she pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it.
I've been paying on time since my hangover. God, what if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He controls his excitement well.
He's really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Skeletons, a mausoleum of the dead.
Yes, haha. What's actually behind there?
Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game. I didn't check. Pinball isn't relevant to the investigations. Didn't check. Why, do you want to play?
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He appears to be making a calculation in his head, or he wants to monetize it.
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball arcade? If you're thinking of selling those pinball machines, I want a fat cut, C-suite shit. Beat your chest. I'm a disruptor. Feel a capitalist plot coming up.
Capitalist plot. The pinball we have in the corner now is broken. I want to diversify the entertainment options. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Oh, but I like the karaoke stuff. Let me play.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area.
Oh, are we really telling him?
He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Yeah, he did. Wait, so you know of the curse? The whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
Hold on, not once? Isn't that already a sign of decline? The whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade before it failed. It's only a matter of time before the whirling fails too. The whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade which failed, but perhaps the whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework? These high ceilings? The nice rooms? Well, most of the rooms.
Yeah, my room is not so nice anymore.
For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
Steadies his voice.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You actually really care about the whirling, huh? Who owns this place? What about those other cafeterias you manage? Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
You really care about the whirling?
Yeah. It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Aha! So you finally admit it. You shouldn't be so worried about that label, you know. You'd...
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
Well, some people actually seek the thrill of going to doomed and haunted stuff, so I don't know. And who named the whirling in Rex?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
It is?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others? He doesn't have to tell me... He doesn't have to tell you anything he doesn't want to. And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the whirling.
Well, too bad it's all doomed then. Well, good luck to you with this place then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
There's a peephole in the wall.
What wall?
Upstairs in the secret room, back room, right next to Klaasje's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
Good.
The color has drained from his face.
Are you sure you haven't been spying on your guests?
Absolutely not.
Not sure?
Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Okay.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall.
Alright, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment?
No.
I hope not.
There's something else I want to ask about?
Yes.
Goodbye. So I had another question. Goodbye. I got another skill point. Sweet. I do not know where to put it. Maybe volition. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Because I have this thing for Klaasje. Right now it's locked. There's also a drama one. But I kind of want to do the volition one. Okay. Ooh, it's getting dark out. Oh no, never mind. Just looked like it. He looks so sad there. Can I talk to him from here? No, I cannot. Okay. So, I'm gonna put something in volition. What does it do? Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Ooh, that's good. Okay, ma'am.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Volition, 42 even. Look her in the eye.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you. directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys?
Who?
Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
Oh my god, what? I knew something was off.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part.
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume.
All.
All of their bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here.
Yeah.
No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you.
Compromised?
I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
How did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do. No.
Can you turn them normal again? No. What do you use this as then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this. She is a lady, most fair and just.
Shut up, drama.
In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her.
What's her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate. Probably compromised.
I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's go back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Miss, are you manipulating me? Don't say anything. Just close your eyes and let the moment pass. Are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
In God's name, wake up. Manipulating your skill set, the love that did him in.
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps.
Oh my god.
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
She sounded so sincere when she was like, you know, maybe she admitted to being a spy. So she must be a good actress, right? So she lied to me all along.
Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first.
Yeah.
Yes. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
Kim, why have you not arrested her yet? I think you didn't make the call to the station. Your real name isn't Klaasje.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly. Like there's a garrote around her neck. Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
You admit to it. I knew it. Good. You can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
She looks at her hands. Her fingernails are chipped white. Was the passport bullshit too? That passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Klaasje Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smit.
Anouk?
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smit, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Ah, loose ends, yeah.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where's this boy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now.
She points toward a clump of ruins on the western horizon.
It's useless.
West of the boardwalk in the reeds. We have to check this boy out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here. Past a broken sewage pipe. Right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name. Didn't you do it already?
It's Katarzyna LIZZ.
Aha. Anouk was the cover name. Wow. Smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism.
Hold on. Katarzyna LIZZ is not an Oranese name, is it? It's not even Mandi. It's Grad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. LIZZ is my father's name.
She's silent. Finally we meet. I'll just call you Miss Oranje Disco Dancer. Proceed and say nothing. Finally we meet.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
The wind, yes, sure.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
You know, I think you didn't make the call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone could know the number, and that someone coughed, it means nothing.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
What if I told you were under arrest? What if?
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She backs up against the railing with a forced smile on her face.
Failure to aid a police investigation.
True.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case.
Multiple times.
Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Failure to aid a police officer. You have wasted our time in a time-critical investigation. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. This is all the reason I need. You're not playing these mind games with me anymore. Wag your finger next to your head. You're coming in. Industrial espionage. We uphold international law here in the zone of control. This is true. For all I know, she could have been the killer. I should have asked her if she killed him, but I don't know if this is working. She could be.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please, no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back further
I
off.
think I know who did it. I know who shot Leslie. You know it wasn't me. Why would I do it? I have no motive.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Titus.
Gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Ruby! Why do you think it was her? And how could she have killed him? Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
Oh, she's into you? And what is that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship.
Uh-oh.
When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
But why would she tell us that she went to Ruby right after to get help? It's weird.
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you. This is just sensationalism and gases. I don't know what to make of this.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before.
She raises.
But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs.
She raises her eyes to meet yours. Yeah, that she already mentioned that Ruby already knew what had happened.
Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
I don't know. Maybe she hired somebody.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
Mm-hmm.
Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
To no avail. She looks through the window of her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs.
She points to the door that leads to the pinball workshop.
She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
That's all good, but I think we should still take you in just in case. Step a bit closer. Okay, I'll keep you here, miss, for now. I mean, this is just a little bit more threatening, just to maybe push her a bit.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Her hand turns into a fist, slowly crushing the cigarette she's still holding.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational...
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What do you deserve then? What other options do I have?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
He looks at your ledger.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromise. Definitely, sire.
What will have changed in 2 months or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
She falls silent.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
The handcuffs jingle in his hands. I also find it hard to believe. I do like the sound of that, another Revachol free independent. Not on my watch. Has got nothing to do with anything. I mean, I would like it. Is it realistic? I don't know. Nothing to do with anything.
I know, but...
She doesn't know what to say.
The political gambit has failed. This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. You alone stand on the throne of your mind.
What do you deserve then?
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, and drink and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
I've made my choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Kim, arrest her before this drags out any longer. Let's write you a station call. If you miss it, I can't help you anymore. I'll let you off the hook for now. Okay, I'm gonna do the middle thing. She's done some shady stuff, but I really do believe that she's scared for her life. I don't want to kill her. I also don't want to let her off the hook because I fear she might be running off. This is like it's basically like a warning, right? It's nothing, but it's better than nothing. So I'm gonna give the station call thing.
I won't.
She takes the slip, shaking visibly, then she collects herself.
This may have been a grave mistake, sire.
May have. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe not. Mercy is rarely a complete mistake.
I promised I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at Station 41 in 6 weeks. I promise.
Let's change the subject.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Look up to the gray sky. Let's return to this later. Ooh, I'm curious to see how my decision, what effects my decision here will have later. I don't know. You know, sometimes in games like these, when you show mercy to somebody, there's at least some kind of hope for it. Like, maybe you fucked up somehow, but at least they won't be a little bit forgiving about it in the future. I don't know. I really don't know, but we'll see, I guess. Today I feel like we made so much progress today. It was like snap. So much got done. So much information came to light. That felt really good. Feel really, really good to make some good progress, I feel. I have the feeling that for the next time, I should really go over to the waterlock and look around what we can do there. What is my to-do now? Inspect Klaasje's buoy. Yeah, it literally tells us go to the other side of the town, go over the waterlock and look around over there in the by the beach. So we're gonna do that on Friday, guys. I'm so looking forward to that.